Hello, everyone. Welcome back to today's session. Is that another person in? Wait, one, two, three, four, five. Yes. Well done, Ruth, for joining the microbit classroom. Could you all hear me? Just type in the chat if you can. Hello. Hello. Do you hear me? Hello. Wait 1 second. Okay, thank you. So today we are going to go through what we did yesterday, but I'm going to let you have some practice actually coding what I taught you yesterday. And if you have any questions, any misunderstandings, um, why is everyone saying the same thing twice? I am confused as you are, Aditya. Yeah, so you're going to be getting some practice today. So on the microbit classroom, whatever you make, I'm able to view, so keep that in mind. So if you have any questions, just say, look at my code, can you tell me what's going on, what's not going wrong, or something along those lines, and I would help you. Okay, so let's get started. Wait 1 second. Um, okay, so to begin with, I would want okay. So could everyone create a program that just displays? No, actually, let's go through the homework first. How many of you have sent in the homework? What is this? Wait, what? That is what the chat shows. Two separate messages of everything everyone types. I'm confused. Could you try and just ignore the everything coming up twice for now? Wait, what's happening? Okay, so is everything fine now? Or is it still happening? Okay, so moving on. Yes, it is 12:20. Okay, so for the homework, your task was to create a program that displayed the 4 times table. Did everyone hear me? I'm here. Hmm. But could you hear me speaking? Could you? Um. Now I can. Can you hear me now? I refreshed. Okay, good. So are we ready to start? Is everyone fine? Okay. Um. Wait one sec. Page is not working. Refresh the page. Okay, so moving on. Yesterday's homework. The homework was for you to create a program that would show the 4 times table. Okay. Um, what sort of things should you have used? Could someone tell me? You still not can't. I'm confused. Okay, loops. Okay, good. So, um, so we needed to use some sort of loop. Out of these loops, which loops could you have used? The first one. Yes, you could use the first one. So let's use the first one. Okay, I want the first 10. I can hear. Yes, great. Okay, so I wanted the first 10 numbers of the 4 times table. So what should I put here? How many times do I have to repeat what I'm going to be doing? Repeat once. I want to have the first 10 numbers of the 4 times table. So I would need to repeat it 10 times. Okay? So I'm repeating it 10 times. Okay. So I'm going to create a new variable because I need something to store what number I'm currently at. So if I write times, I think someone wrote this as their variable. I have a variable times. So what's the first number of the 4 times table? I think if I'm not wrong, the first number of the 4 times table is 4. So 4. Okay. So now I want to first of all show the first number. I'll go into variables, put times in there. I know that times is currently what my what do you call it? what number I'm currently at is. So okay, after I show the number, I want to add 4 to it, because whenever you go up in the 4 times table, you add 4, add 4, add 4, and add 4. So out of these variable ones, or these two functions, which two should I use? Dhruv, it's fine if you did it some other way. I'm just showing a way that people could do it. The second one. So set times to 0 firstly. Okay, if I do this, if I just run it in my head, it's 4, I show 4, and then it's 0, and then I show 0, and then it's 0 again. So I know I need to change what's over here. Okay, so I want to add 4 2 times, so I'm going to need some sort of math. So yeah, I'm going to be adding things. So if I put that there, I'll put I need to put a link to my times variable here. Okay, so what do I put here? Because currently it's not changing the value of times. I want to change it whenever I go on in the loop. Well, what should I put? Times plus what? Times. Someone says times. I mean, you could do the 4 times tables just by adding. And if I were to do times, I would have to use a different type of loop. So yes, there are many different ways for you to show the 4 times table. This is just one of them. Okay? There's no right or wrong answer to how you're going to be doing it, but I'm just showing you one way you could go about thinking about it and actually doing it. Okay? So, my question right now is, what do I have to put into this box here? Okay, I don't understand. Okay, so okay, 4. 4 is the correct answer. So, Viha, at the beginning, I have a box, and I'm putting 4 into the box. Okay? Then, I'm doing something 10 times. I'm showing whatever is inside the box, and then I'm adding for what I'm taking whatever out from the box, adding 4 to it, and then putting it back into the box, and then showing the box again. Okay? Hello, Dhruv. Do you understand that, Viha? Okay? Do you have any more questions about what this actually does and how it works? My net just crashed. Okay, Dhruv, what part was the last? What was the last thing you heard me say? So I could just go back and repeat it for you. Show numbers times. Okay, so at this point I am showing whatever the variable times is. Okay, then I'm setting times to whatever times is plus 4. So if you sorry, I need added some stuff into my homework, so I need to. Can I send you reader? Yes, that's fine. You could just send me your new homework again, just so I could just check it and make sure everything's right. Okay, so Dhruv, what this line does is, imagine the variable times as a box. I'm taking whatever inside the box, adding 4 to it, and then putting it back into the box. And then I'm showing whatever's inside the box again. And this happens 10 times. So it adds 4, shows 4, adds 4, shows whatever is inside the variable times. Okay? Does that, do you understand, Groove, how this works? Do you have any questions? Got it, okay. So let's just see this running, okay? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and 40. There we go. It showed the first 10 numbers of the 4 times table. Viha, what do you not understand? What's a bit wobbly for you? Is it just the general idea of it, or is it just what's happening? You don't understand. So I use math variable to do it. Yeah, that's fine, as long as you're doing something else. So just to show you that there's another way of doing it, if I were to do it a different way, let's say repeat 4 times, I have another variable set times 2, let's say 1. And I show the number times, times multiplied by 4, but times to times, add 1, let's just do add 1. And I show max times variables times. This is so annoying. Yeah, very annoying. In the end, can you tell me what a variable is, please? Okay. So, yeah, so this is just another way you could do the same thing. So I'm setting the times variable to 1. I'm repeating something 10 times. I'm showing whatever time times 4 is, and then I set the times to times plus 1. So times is basically when, like in the 4 times 2, when you say 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8. So times is literally what you're saying, 4 times whatever it is. So it's 4 times times is equal to, and that's the number I'm showing here. And then I'm adding 1 to times. So you know how you have 4 times 1 and then 4 times 2. Times just increases by 1 each time, and you do that 10 times. So could you see how I've got a process that you already know, and then I've just put it into code? That's something else you could do if you're stuck. Just stick with what you know and how you know it works. Okay, Viha, a variable. A variable it's like, as I said the other day, it's like a box or a container that you could put things into the box. So I could put a number into the box. I could put a letter into the box. I could put a sentence into the box. Okay? And whenever I want to take something out that box, I just use the name of the box. Okay? A variable is like a box where you could put things like a number. Yeah, exactly. And whenever, so times, right now in the beginning, times is the name of the box. Okay? So the box times, I'm putting 1 into it. Okay? So set times to 1. That's what that means. Then, over here, I'm setting, so I'm taking the value out the box, adding 1 to it, and putting it back into the box. If a box is if you can't understand that, imagine it like I have a name. and then do you know how you have a person and the person has a name? So you associate the name of the person to the actual person. For example, Parth. When I say the name Parth, I mean the person Parth. Okay? So whenever I say the name times, I mean whatever value is associated to times. Okay? So yeah, just to show you this works as well, let's go 4, 8, 12, 16. I'm just going to let that run. Okay. Now, I want everyone to create a program that shows their name, their first name, 10 times. Just want to do that. I want you to create a program that on start shows your name 10 times. Okay? Okay? This green screen. Yeah, nope, that's not what I want to do. Okay. So can you see the way I did it? Have you sent it to me? I think, oh yeah, I'm just going to look at your code here. One sec. My email is I've typed it into the thing. Okay, so groove. Okay, so could you see, Groove, how you have there's a lot of stuff in there that is repeated. Okay? So let's cancel. Could I actually? No, I can't. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff that's repeated in here. So show string, that's one thing that's repeated, and 4 times a number. So a way for you to think, do I have to use a loop in this scenario, is by saying what changes between these statements. And if you can see, there's only one thing that changes. This number here has 1 added to it. Okay? So then you should think to yourself, okay, the only thing that changes is the number here, and it changes by 1 each time. And this happens 10 times. So what if only the second number only, yes, exactly, the second number only changes. So you could replace that with a variable, like I did times, and add 1 to the variable times each time you go along. Okay? So if I go to the dashboard, not the dashboard, I mean editor, that's exactly what I've done, if you could see. Okay? So I first initially set times to 1, which is what you've done here. See? Times is initially 1. So I've initiated it, and then I show times 4, like you have done, and then I add 1 to times. And as you can see, it repeats this 10 times, as you have done there. So could you see how 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks of code replaces 10? And if I asked you to say, show the first 100, sir, I am done. Okay, let's student code. Yes, that is correct. That is what you need to do. I should not have shown it to you. Now everyone could cheat. So that's my bad. So yes, on start, repeat 10 times, show string. I'm just guessing that's short for your name. So yes, that's correct. I want now you to create. Wait, let's just editor. Basic. Let's see what icons you could do. Okay, now I want you to create something. Okay, let me tell you this. I'm going to type it down. That was simple. The repeat variable. Yes, it was. That's exactly why we use loops, to make our code simpler, and to make it so that if I want to change one small thing, I could, by just changing one number. So if I wanted to change this to the first 100, I could just add a 0 here, and now it's the first 100. Okay, and also your I'm gonna wait for everyone to be to finish creating the programs. So if you've forgotten what you're meant to be doing right now, you're meant to be creating a program that shows your name 10 times. Okay. That is part. Yes, that's absolutely correct as well. You just added a pause there for 5 seconds. Well done. Okay. I think you could. I'm not sure. Viha, yes, that's correct. And Dhruv is done as Dhruv. That's what you. Oh, okay, so okay, that's fine. Well done. And Rita, we're just waiting on one more person now. Are you having any sort of trouble doing it, Rita? I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Do you need any sort of help? Okay. If you do need any help, just please ask for. No, my previous homework is on the page. I did not send the new one to you yet. Okay, that's fine. Just, do you know the thing that you logged into at the beginning? If whatever I ask you to do, you do it there, I could automatically see what you're doing. Okay, so you don't actually have to send a picture to me for that one, but just for this, you could just do it on the thing that you logged into. Okay, not logged into, but you put in the pin and the classroom name for. Okay, so so now I want everyone to create a program that, yes, Drew, I'm telling you now. Create a program that shows the numbers from 1 through to 10, and if it is an even number, it will show a smiley face. Don't get started just yet. I think I need to show you. Okay, so to check if something is, I'm confused what you said about my homework. Just send it over after this lesson, but the work that you're doing right now, just do it on the microbit classroom. You show the number and then you do a smiley face. Okay? And to check if something's a remainder of something, you do the remainder of 0 divided by 2. So if I do the remainder of 4 divided by 2, I'll get 0. So you would use some logic here. Okay, I'm giving you a hint. I'll put that there, and I'll say if that's equal to 0, and that would there be times. Okay, I'm going to share this with you all now. Okay, share my code with students. Send code. Okay, so I've given you this here. This should help you with creating this new program. This is a logic statement that would just check whether times is divisible by 2. Or completely divisible by 2. Okay? What does the code mean which you shared? Okay. So this code means if there's not an if statement, but the remainder of times divided by 2. So time is a variable, and if I divide it by 2, what is the remainder? So if I had, let's say, if times was 4, if I divide 4 by 2, the remainder is 0 because there's nothing left over. But if times was 3 and I divide that by 2, I get 1.5, which is the actual division, meaning that the remainder is 1. So do you remember how in maths you... Okay, so do you know in maths when you divide two numbers, whenever you get a decimal, that means that you have a remainder. Okay? Wait, could I show annotations? No, I can't. Wait 1 second. Okay, so let's say I have times is equal to, I'm just going to say t for times, is equal to 2. No, let's say 3. If I do t divided by 2, I get 1 remainder 1. Okay? Is everyone happy with that? I'm sorry if this is a very bad quality, but yeah, there's not much I can do. So if t, okay, no, it's okay. Viha, do you understand what I mean by remainder? Okay, fine, thanks. So yeah, so what this does here, this part, wait, and let me just put this into something that it's easier to read. Just put an if statement there. Put this into here. Okay, so it's saying if the remainder of times divided by 2 is equal to 0, then do something. Okay. Yes, Aditya, I'm going to check your code. Can I send both of the homeworks after the lesson? Yes, you can. That'll be fine. I'm going to. This is going to go off the. This is going to go off the screen for a minute. Just don't panic. I just need to check the homework so you don't copy, basically. Student code. Okay, Aditya, could you try and do this with the repeat function? and the code that I shared with you. Try and do it with the wait one sec. Can you see how he's done it with all of this repeating stuff? So show number changes. Yeah, perhaps you could do it that way. So if you just want to take the shortcut and not do any proper logic, you could see that show number changes by 2 each time, and after every time you show number, you show icon. Okay? So you could just put this into a loop where this and this are in the loop. So Aditya, try and doing that. But if you finish that, try and use this. Use this function here. Okay? Try and do this if you could, if you can. If you can't, it's fine. I'll explain it later. And if you want, you could just take the easy way out. Wait, I need to check the chat. Wait a second. Sorry. What should I do now? Aditya, try and use a loop to do it so that you don't repeat your code as much. Okay? We have a long way to go. It's fine. Wait one second, let me just fix my audio. Could you hear me now? Still hear me? Sorry, but can I make this my homework? Sure, if you want. Yeah. If you aren't able to do it, I will send a message on the group chat saying with all the tasks that we've done. So if you weren't able to complete any of them, you could do them for homework. Okay. So smiley face. But if you can, still try it right now while I'm waiting for everyone else to finish their task. Yes, we have. Nothing. Okay, that's fine. Hello. How's everyone getting along with the task? Hello. Okay, fine. Let's see. So, if true, okay, let's see what Drew's doing. Change time by 1. Okay, path. Let's see what path's doing. Path, you finished, but you didn't tell me. I mean, this is exactly what you need to do. Does it work? Path. Yes, it's correct. Someone help you with it. Ah, okay, I believe you. Hmm. Totally. But well done. Yes, that is the correct answer. My dad's somewhere. Ah, is he? So yeah, well done. Let's see if everyone else is copying. Okay, Aditya's not doing anything. And Dhruv is, oh yeah, he's doing work. Show string 1 plus 0. Show number time, and show string 1 plus 0. Okay. How should I present my work when you're, so, do you know the thing that you logged in with, Rita? The one I told you to in the beginning? Use that. Don't use something privately, just use that and it automatically comes through to me. I can show you the details if you just want to exit out and then go back in. Okay, so path is finished. So Rita, if you want, you could just cancel that tab, which one, the one you're using, and just go back on with this with these details. Path. I'm gonna ask you something else now. So could you add the functionality that if it's an odd number, it shows a sad face, and if it's an even number, it shows a smiley face. Okay. Okay. Oh look, there. Read it showing up now. So yeah, just use the one that you're currently on. Let's see the smiley face. Come on. 1, 2, 1, 2. Drew, how are you getting along? Well done. Um, there's one thing that you need to add, or just change the position of. Actually, there's two things that you need to add. Okay, so Drew, if you see as of right now, your show number is at the beginning. So you set time to 1, you show time, so you show 1, and then you just show the smiley face there. Okay? What you need to do, Dhruv, listen. Don't put everything back into on start. It's mainly correct. There's only a couple things you need to change. Okay, so you need to show number inside the loop, or show time inside the loop. Okay, then you need to add 1 to time, and then you need to do this. Okay. Okay. Basically, show number and set time to 1 needs to be inside the loop. Okay. Actually, I'm just going to show it to you on my side of things. So if you weren't able to do it, it's fine. I'll just show everyone how you're meant to be doing it. Okay. 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 Good. I'm still showing you what you're meant to be doing on the screen right now. So yes, this is the way it should be working. Okay. I'll explain it in a minute. Let me just check everyone's code. So Aditya, let's see what you've done. Let's move on to Dhruv. Okay. So yes, it works. There's only one change you need to make. You need to put the if statement before the set time. Okay. So what would happen is you would get the smiley face before the even number. If you see, it's fine. It works just the same, but it's just something else you could add. Let's see path. Um, okay. That is essentially correct, but there's only one that you can make it smaller path. I'll show you how in a second. It works perfectly, but you just need to change one small thing. Let's see. Read this. Rita, like I was saying to Aditya in the beginning, could you change it so that you use a loop? Because as you can see, there's a lot of repeated code here. Okay. So put this into a repeat statement and replace that with the variable time and add 1 to time each time, or add 2 to the time each time, and that would be just a simpler way of getting it all done. So you try that first, and then we'll move on. Viha is currently doing nothing. So Sir, yes, Aditya. Aditya, yes. Um, but I have to go for lunch. That's fine. It's fine. Dhruv. Yes, well done. Parth, could you see what he's done here? He's added an else statement, meaning that if it's not even, it has to be odd. Okay? Parth, do you see that? So he's not using a second if statement, but he's using an else statement. An else statement is run whenever an if statement is not. So if this is not true, then run this. And he's using the logic, if something's not even, it has to be odd. Okay? So yeah, that's how he's done it. Okay? Part, let's see what you've done. You've changed. Yeah. So can you see here? Now you're using two separate logic statements. Although yes, they both work exactly the same. Um, yours, I mean, you could have just put that into an else statement, but it's exactly the same thing. I told you about path, so I'm currently doing something. Okay. So sorry, Rita, about your question. Yes. So to have the same effect of what everyone else is doing, what you could do is you could initiate the variable time at the beginning, set that to 1, show the number time, and then add 2 to time. Okay? So essentially you're showing all the odd numbers and then a smiley face. Okay, so let me just show you what I mean. Let's delete this. So on start, I have a loop which I'm repeating 10 times, and then I have a variable time. So firstly initiate set time to 1. I show time. I'm going to use change time by 1. Essentially, it just adds 1 to time. This um, add 1 to it. Okay, so this essentially does exactly with what everyone else's code does. Okay, so this is just a much simpler way of doing it. Although yes, this is repeated. So then the if statement. Now I will change my. Oh, this is different. Yes, so I'm just showing you a different way you could have done it. I was actually going to show the first 20 numbers, so let me just change this to 5. Yes. Sir, I fixed mine. Path, yours was already correct. It was just a way of making it more efficient. Okay? Ah. Path, you need to put this sad face in the else part. Okay, there we go. Well done. Um, so yeah. Let's go down to reader. Okay. Does anyone have any questions? Something they don't understand or is confusing them? Yes, I know you did it, Path. I saw it. Does anyone have any final questions? So what should we do? Wait, how many homeworks do we have? Like for homework or classwork? The session is coming to an end in about a couple of minutes, so there's no more classwork. In terms of homework, I'm just going to give you one more task. Forget everything else, just do this one task. If you haven't done the times tables, um, don't do it. Um, no, I'm going to give everyone a new homework so everyone has something to do and everyone has the same thing to do. So I want you to make a program that um, let's see which one I want you to use. Huh. Okay. So do you know your current program? How it shows a smiley face if it's uh, an even number. I want you to create a program that shows a smiley face if the number is divisible by 3 or the number is divisible by 5. So 3 and 5 basically. So I'm going to write it down in chat exactly what the task is. So I made a compass. Please copy and paste this link. Where I'm copy and pasting it to. Are you sure you're not trying to hack me here? Um, how do I move it? Could I copy this code? Edit code. Okay. So let's put this on the actual microbit and see how it would work. Okay. So I'm going. This is this is kind of like a demo just to show you how it works. Oh, okay. um, but let's just use your code. If you don't understand this code, it's fine. We're going to get onto our compass heading in a later date, so don't worry about that. So if I were to download this code, let's download it. Pair device, let's pair device. Pair device. Connect. So I've connected to my actual microbit. Show console device. Oh god. Let's see if it's working now. Have I downloaded to the microbit? I can't tell. Oh, this is confusing. Okay, so basically what's happening right now is I'm having to calibrate the sensors, so I'm just going to quickly do that, and then I'm going to turn on my camera to actually show you how this works. Okay, so let's do this here. So if I turn on my camera, see if this works. Okay, so here you see how it shows east here right now. So his code, what it does, it just checks what the degrees is. So now look, it turned to south. Let me just change this. Yeah, it turned to south. So if I keep on turning it, turns to west. Actually, let me just stop sharing for a second. Okay, so I have it here, south. If I keep on twisting it, turns to east, and then west, I mean north, then it should turn to west. Look, now it's west. Now it should turn to south. Okay, so what his code is doing is, let me go back to share. Okay, so what his code is practically doing is it's setting the variable degrees to the compass heading. So the compass heading is is what the value of the microbit's compass is. Okay. So then it checks whether degrees is less than 45 or degrees is greater than 315. So it's saying if the degrees is in this range, then it has to be north. If degrees is in this range, then it has to be east. So if you think about it, he's saying if this is a circle here, so if it's between 15, so if degrees is between 15 and 315, so that's yeah, this is north. Then he's saying if it's less than 135, then it's east. So he's saying if it's less than 135, which is somewhere around here, so if it's this way, then this has to be east. Then he's saying I think this last one is um, if degrees is less than 225, so it's saying 225 is somewhere down here. So if it's somewhere in this region over here, then this is south. And then it's saying here, if it's none of these, then it has to be west. Okay? So I think all of you should be getting your microbits soon. I don't know when, but you should be getting your real microbits, and then we can start doing more of these sort of projects. Well done. I think that was Drew for making it. Well done. That shows a lot of um, initiative, and I'm curious to think. Did you actually make this code, or did you just copy it from somewhere? It's fine if you. Yes, Rita. So I tried it for an hour. Yeah, well done. I like it. Rita, you had a question? Do you know the meeting in Parts House is going to be on Sunday? Um, as far as I know, yes, but I'm not sure. I'm not the person to be asking about that. I'm literally told when your next meeting is going to be on the day, so yeah, on weekends, yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be on Sunday. So on Sunday we're going to be meeting face to face, and I'm going to be going through how to physically connect your micro:bit or something along those lines. Does that answer your question? Okay, your task. I think I sent it in here somewhere. I can't find it. Okay, so your task, actually your homework, is to create a yeah, most likely is on Sunday, Viha. Okay, so I've sent the homework in, not the homework, but the what do you call it? I've written up the homework in the chat. That is your homework for tomorrow, I think. Tomorrow's the next lesson. So we're going to be going through more challenges like the ones I set you today, tomorrow. So the odd number is a smiley face. It's not every odd number, is it? No, because you have 3, 6. 6 is an even number. So it's every number that's in the 3 and 5 times table has a smiley face after it. So the numbers that would have smiley faces. Yes, they're exactly the same thing. Factors or in that 5 times table would be the exact same thing. Not common factors, but factors in general. So it would be 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, 12, 15, and so on and so forth. Yeah, there you go. Part has it. So I've learnt Scratch coding when I was in year 6, but not advanced. Yeah, I could tell. But yes, the Scratch, it's like Scratch programming, but there are some differences between um, that in Scratch programming. Okay. By the way, you don't have to call me sir. And you just say it. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for today. I'm going to be sending the homework on the WhatsApp group chat again. Just say, hey, you. I think that would be better. So yeah, that is it for today. I hope you have a wonderful evening or rest of the day ahead of you. And goodbye.